I quickly figured out the manual of the private jet. Social media became my eyes in the sky. Candy was getting a life cast made of her tush at Doc Johnson's workshop in LA. I'd always wanted to visit that place, so this was a case of 2 birds, 1 stone. Boom! Hollywood, land of the bleached, home of the depraved.
Wait, I thought he said he was going to LA.
He's got to walk the rest of the way.
Well, then why did you jump out of the plane so... whatever.
Seriously, bruh, do you even lift?
If you don't get out the way, you're gonna find out, bruh. I'll take that.
Phenomenal dialogue.
Well, at least the name of the character is accurate.
Jim LaDouche here.
That is Game LaDouche. So I have a little more trivia for you about Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm guessing there's no new gameplay.
Not for a bit.
Alright, lay it on me.
Can you tell me how many albums he released?
Stay away from Candy, you freak.
3?
You know, I'm actually going to give that to you. Technically, he's had 4 albums released, but one of them is a best of.
Oh, wow. Wait, why was there a best of?
That's a very good question.
So why was there... I'm sorry, I just saw a guy with guile hair. But he's dead.
It's okay, he'll be back several more times.
Like right now.
Okay, here's something kind of screwy. The best of Shaquille O'Neal was released 1 week before his next album.
Nice.
So it didn't even include the stuff after?
Apparently not. No, it didn't.
Nice to see some more Chinese models in American advertising.
Okay, calm down, Shaq.
The list of people he collaborated with for some of his songs is actually kind of impressive.
Ninjas are from Japan. Do I look Japanese?
Let's see,
to you?
he worked with Method Man, Redman. Man, he worked with Method Man and Redman quite a bit. Notorious B.I.G.
What?
Jay-Z. Bobby Brown.
Did he work with gorillas?
I don't think so. Unless that was just a thing he did solo very, very late in his career.
Well, Gorillaz is making new stuff. Shaq can come back for one collaboration.
Say hello to these bygones.
So I think I need to get his one album titled Respect.
Any reason?
Because I'm looking at the track list for it, and I see a track called 3X's Dope, featuring Sonya Blade and Kobe Bryant.
What? Why the fuck would Kobe be on my album?
Well, this was in 1998, so it was before Kobe became a bitch.
But why Sonya Blade?
I'm not sure.
Shaq isn't even in Smash and he was going for Mortal Kombat?
Apparently that album sold over 100,000 units.
Suck on this subpoena, Shaq. You'll never touch my client.
In the words of my man Bill Shakespeare, first thing we do is kill all the lawyers. Let's get it on, bloodsucker.
Is that true?
Do you really want me to look that up?
No.
I'm gonna do it. "Let's kill all the lawyers" is a line from William Shakespeare's Henry VI, Part 2, Act 4, Scene 2.
Okay, Shaq did his homework.
He's a very well-read man, Shaq.
Is that House of whatever, like a reference to like, whatever it was called? It's like a...
House of Blues?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. The motorcycle guys here can be pretty annoying until you realize you can just walk up alongside them and press R2.
And you got awarded for that. Good job.
Yep. Thankfully, the counterattack trophy counts all the counterattacks for all the different enemies. So that one's not too difficult to do. You can get it in like 2 playthroughs. Now I said released albums, specifically because he has an unreleased album.
Cat screaming from the kitchen of my favorite restaurant.
You'll pay for that.
And what album would that be?
That would be Shaquille O'Neal Presents His Super Friends Volume 1.
Who are his super friends?
Apparently, Rick Rock and Dr. Dre were 2 of them. They helped produce it. Oh, jeez. Sean Stockman of Boyz II Men, Nate Dogg, George Clinton, Snoop Dogg, Common, a dude from The Roots, Ludacris.
I just hope Lil Jon is a super friend.
Oh, how could he not be a super friend? By the way, you notice that Icy Hot ad in the background is actually the old art style that the game was shown with.
I didn't even know about the old art style.
Yeah, it used to be way less cartoony, but then he decided to go with this.
Has Gold Bond ever come up again?
Yes, it does. I'm not even going to bother lowering the volume for this. This is unskippable, by the way.
City of Angels, loves me some methyl salicylate.
Now,
Okay.
sometimes in this area, for whatever reason, if you try moving through it too fast, you just won't be able to pick up the barrels. So you have to wait for the enemies to spawn and come on screen, and then you can pick them up.
Well, you're picking them up just fine right now.
Yeah, it usually happens if you try moving across the screen too fast. So, if you're trying to speed run this specifically, that can be a problem.
Like the unskippable House of Booze cutscene.
Do you want to know what tracks are considered the best of Shaquille O'Neal?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'm Outstanding, Shoot Pass Slam, What's Up Doc, parentheses, Can We Rock, which I believe is actually featured later in this game. I'll have to look that up.
Does it feature Bugs Bunny?
I don't think it does.
Then what the fuck?
2 different versions of Biological Didn't Bother.
Hold on, excuse me?
I don't know.
Is this the Final Fantasy XIV crossover we've been waiting for?
Shaq's gonna be a trial in FF14. It's gonna be even tougher than the Rathalos.
I'm the new raid boss. You can't beat me.
So there's the regular attack, which is just the green spines. But there's also a special attack of red spines you can do, which it still does damage to the enemies, but instead of just disappearing on contact, it bowls through them and does everything, damage to everything beyond that point as well.
Looks like the green is like the most useful though.
Yeah, I'll only occasionally throw out the red spines. And I don't know about you, but I could really go for some Icy Hot about now. I don't know if you've been paying attention to how many Icy Hot ads there are in this goddamn city.
I've seen a lot of them already.
Well, there were 2 on screen just a moment ago.
Oh no, I noticed. The left and right. His cactus portrait in the upper left, like, look how limp the head part is.
Yeah. It's almost like they were going for either cactus or pickle, and they couldn't decide. Now I'm just imagining Shaq as the guy in the pickle suit from, I think that was Saints Row 2? Or was it 3?
I don't remember pickle suit. I remember hot dog suit.
Oh, maybe that was the hot dog suit, and I'm just imagining things.
I'm pretty sure they only picked cactus because it rhymes with Shaq.
Well, Shactus was one of his nicknames.
Oh.
Speaking of... Let's see. This is another... Is it Shaq's nickname or someone else's nickname kind of deal.
Okay.
The logo.
No. No.
Correct. That is not Shaq, that is Jerry West. He's called that because his likeness was actually used for the NBA logo.
Shaq not good enough to get on NBA 2K.
It's too big to fit on the logo. How about the big IPO?
Would the meaning of IPO spoil it?
No, IPO stands for Initial Public Offering.
I'm gonna say yes.
Correct. He called himself that because, and this is what he says, his stock continues to rise.
Okay. I don't know if that could be interpreted in any other way, but...
Well, he actually does have quite a few business ventures. He's an investor in General Electric, Apple, and Pepsi. He's a minority owner of the Sacramento Kings basketball team. I'm sorry. They're terrible. He's an investor in an esports team. And he owns his own Krispy Kreme location in Georgia.
Krispy Kreme. It's got the Zeo crystal. Go Power Rangers. Krispy Kreme.
The icing on the Krispy Kreme donuts is hot.
So, you're the chosen one, huh?
Diamond?
Candy's a little busy right now, so she sent me to take care of you.
I knew you were a demon. I told Yeye. You know in that scene in your low-budget movie, your eyes were glowing like the fires of hell?
That was night vision.
Whatever. Show yourself.
I will admit that on my first casual playthrough, I actually died at this boss.
Oh no. Also, why are there porn nipples? Why?
What do you mean, why not?
Ugh.
So if you can't do enough damage fast enough, she has a special attack she will do, which just locks you in place and you have to move the left stick back and forth in a certain rhythm, otherwise you'll take damage.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Fleetwood... I don't know what that says.
Fleetwood
Midge?
Mike.
Mike? Fleetwood Mike, the tribe, Fire Spirit or Split?
That is 5 skin.
5 skin? Well, what's the last one? L&B...
That is LBJ's bunghole.
Excuse me?
Which I believe is a reference to LeBron James. This is another reason why it took me so long, was at first I didn't realize you could actually destroy those portals. But they are quite fragile. And also, the boss will just... This is the attack I was talking about.
Where you just get trapped?
Yeah, but if you're quick, you can get out of it pretty easily. So... She will reappear after a set time, so it's actually pretty important to get rid of those portals quickly.
And the portals would have just, they would have just sent out infinite enemies, right?
As far as I know, yes. Also, these enemies are back.
This ain't no Belmont, I'll tell you that much.
Don't be a fool, Shaq. I can give you all the money you could ever imagine.
If I wanted money, I would have become a basketball player, demon.
Well, that was fun. Anyway.
Back at it again, Krispy Kreme.
Get your tickets now for LPG's Bunghole.